Okay, power off. Speed brakes. Reverse thrust. Why? Nope. Oh no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Reverse thrust. Reverse thrust. Reverse thrust. Good morning, flight simmers. Welcome to another episode. Welcome to the finale. The very last off Flight Sim week. Thank you to everyone who voted on my Instagram account for whether we should do a space shuttle or a Boeing 747 for the finale. Yes, you voted, and after seeing my experience flying lots of planes this week, I'm going to see if I can attempt to maneuver one of the heaviest aircraft in the world around various locations. It's a 747 challenge. I've picked the British Airways livery well because let's jump in the cockpit and take a look around. No co-pilot today, unfortunately, in the 747, but there's a lot of things down here on the console which... no idea. So the no smoking sign, that's on auto. Seatbelts. Seatbelt sign is on. I've mapped some new controls to the PlayStation 4 controller. Things like speed brakes I've got on there, reverse thrust. Got a feeling I'm going to need those on this flight. Let's go flying. All we're going to do is we're going to try and take off and land. That's it. Nothing else. Okay, speed's coming up. Speed's coming up. We'll rotate there. Oh, it's so smooth. Gear up. Come back on the throttle a little bit. We'll get rid of some flaps. And we'll try a little turn. Beautiful! If any of you have flown a 747 before, you'll know that the controls are very slow to respond compared to, you know, even your smaller jets, but let alone things like your Cessnas, Pipers, Cirrus. 747, you turn, you wait, then the aircraft turns. We're going to turn onto downwind. That's the Sydney Harbour in front of us. Oh, that's Sydney Harbour in front of us. Why don't we just do one thing? I know we've already tried this with a couple of other planes, but I haven't tried it with the jumbo jet. That's not looking bad at all, actually. Alright, my finger is ready on the throttles to climb us out underneath. Once we get underneath. Alright, full throttle, pull it up. Piece of cake. Alright, enough fun and games. Let's see if we can actually land this. We're on about, I think we've got about a 3-mile final now. Gear is down, gear is down. Alright, those white lights either side of the runway. 4 whites mean we're too high, which is not too bad. I'd rather be too high than too low at this stage. Just got to watch our speed. I don't want to get too slow here. No idea what those alarms are telling me. I think they're telling me good things, though. These are success alarms. Flaring. Flaring. Smooth as. Oh, hang on. So we can do this. We can do speed brakes. Let the nose come down. We can go full reverse thrust. Full braking. I didn't crash. I'm genuinely surprised at that fact. It is such a cool looking plane, you know, the 747. I've always loved it. That's why my social media accounts are like @Steph747. It's always been my favourite plane, despite everything else I've... Oh, hang on, let's just have a look at the pilots in the cockpit here. They're wearing shirts like me. It's such a beautiful aircraft. It's so sad as well to think that the 747s are probably going to be decommissioned this year. Some of them a lot sooner than we actually thought because of everything that's happening in the world of travel at the moment. But you know, the first one flew in 1969. The first time a 747 flew. Actually, a 747 flew before man was on the moon. That's how technologically advanced this aircraft is. They're brilliant. All right, let's try not crashing it. You're low. All right, it's one thing to try and land a 747 at an international airport, but can we land it here? Never bodes well when you're pointing your nose down directly at the landing surface and your airspeed is racing up. Let's just make this a flyby. Maverick! I'm low. First I'm high, then I'm low.
You're overpowered.
I'm overpowered? Well, of course I'm overpowered. We're landing a 747 on an aircraft carrier. Stabilized approach is all we need. That and probably another kilometre of aircraft carrier in front of us. All right, this is looking great. I reckon we're going to nail this. All right, plonk it down, nice and steady, nice and steady, nice and steady. Here we go. Oh, we're on. Oh, we're off. I realise I'm high, but last time we were low and that didn't work out very well, if you remember. I'm trying to also land across the carrier a little bit to give us as much ship as possible to actually touch down on. Up.
Wave off.
Ah! What's a wave off? Nope. Touch and go. Alright, down a little bit more. 500. Don't want to jinx it, but this is looking excellent. Okay. Oh. Why? It counts as a landing. It is one thing to fly in nice sunny days, nice clear weather. Precipitation severe, storminess has to be severe. But now I've proven how I can land the 747 on a regular day. Let's try it on a bad one. Oh my god. All right, so we're just on instruments at the moment. We're just coming out the bottom of the cloud layer. I've got to set up so we should see the runway. We should see. Oh my god, there's lightning. We should see the runway ahead of us at some point. There is thunderstorm cells all around us. There's rain smashing against the windshield. Listen to that. What we're trying to do though is we're trying to see the runway lights ahead of us. I'm trying to find the runway environment and make sure we're configured. That lightning's really loud in my earpiece. I've got turbulence added on here as well. The lightning sounds like it's from like a 1950s horror film. Oh no, whoa. Sync rates, there's some wind shear there. Right, we are landing really long, but that's okay, we're still landing. No, we're going to float with all that extra energy. Oh, this is terrible. Nope, going around on this one. Attempt number 3. I think the weather's getting worse. Okay, got the runway environment in sight. A little bit high on the pappies. Let's come back on the power. Make sure we've got full flaps. Yes, we do. Over the trees. 1950s lightning all around us. Alright, this is looking much... well, not looking much better. It's looking slightly better. It is really hard to control with these gusts. Okay, flaring. Settle. Bit of a bounce, that's okay. Coming down, speed brakes, reverse thrust. Not too bad. Do you do this too? When you're trying to brake, but you're trying to brake really hard, like I'm really pushing the button in, it's just on or off. There's no... Alright everyone, you can get out there and walk. Can't be bothered to taxi back to the terminal. Speeds are better, nice and stable. Look at that, 135. Attitude looks good, aim point looks good. I don't want to sink. Yes, but being high is good. See, being low is bad. We've already experienced that. Okay, power off. It's going to be slightly longer than I wanted. Speed brakes. Reverse thrust. Full brakes. Reverse thrust. Reverse thrust. Reverse thrust. Okay, I have come to the conclusion that it is impossible to land a 747 on an aircraft carrier. But can you take one off from an aircraft carrier? Probably not. What I want to try is I've got the 747 set up with the steam cannon ready to go. We're going to go full throttle, hold on the brakes. We're going to shoot off the end of the aircraft carrier and gracefully climb into the air. That's exactly what's going to happen. You know that's what's going to happen. I really hope that's what's going to happen because that is the epic finale for Flight Sim Week. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to have to download something else. Let's check everything's in place. Parking brake is set. Throttles are ready to go full throttle. We've got... flaps are set. Engine temperatures and pressures. Everything looks like it's in the green range. This shot is going to end Flight Sim Week on such a high. Either that... Let's do it. Full throttle. Let the engine spool up. There they go. Spooling. Red. Red is good. Red is always a good sign. 3, 2, 1. Release. And we're off. Oh, look at that speed coming up. Okay, up. What? We're actually flying. We did it. I had no realistic expectation of that working. It really did. Look at that. Come back. As the passengers are mopping the champagne off themselves after that victory barrel roll. Look, I just want to say a very quick thank you to all the parents out there, the care workers, the people who work in hospitals, the people who are delivering food to us at the moment, to everyone who's out there and working and putting themselves out there for us, looking after the kids, looking after our elderly, looking after those in need at the moment. I just want to say a massive thank you. You're the ones that are going to help us get through this. And to you for watching these videos over this last week here on Flight Sim Week, a big thank you. It's been really cool interacting with you. I've loved the conversations we've had in the comments. Let me know down below what you thought. And if you've got any ideas for future content, I'd love to hear from you as well. Otherwise, give us a like if you enjoyed that. Click on the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And I'll see you next week.